You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
This would be a massive first round for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, we are another day closer to the 2024 NFL Draft. And as you guys all know, leading up to the 2024 NFL Draft, there is a whole bunch of rumors and news that are going to be surrounding the Chicago Bears, and very much so. They have pick number 1 and pick number 9. We all know what the Bears are planning to do with the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, and it should be quarterback Caleb Williams out of USC. But what will the Chicago Bears do with number 9 overall in the 2024 NFL Draft? We all know that it's lion season right now in the National Football League. There's going to be a whole bunch of rumors and just fake news going around of people assuming what the Chicago Bears will do in the 2024 NFL Draft. So on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I wanted to drop a massive rumor that I've been hearing on social media, and this is according to NFL rumors on Twitter. They say this on Twitter. The Chicago Bears plan to pick Caleb Williams with the first overall pick, but they are wanting to trade up to pick Marvin Harrison Jr. as well. Bears fans, once again, I know I said a couple of episodes ago that I just need to let this die. There is basically no chance that the Chicago Bears can land both Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. in the same draft. Obviously, it's a big or massive dream of mine to land both of those players. In my personal opinion, these are the 2 best players available in this year's NFL Draft. My only thing is this, and I keep trying to go through different scenarios in my head. Like, is there actually a way for the Chicago Bears to land a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. and pair him with DJ Moore, pair him with Keenan Allen, and most importantly, pair him with Caleb Williams in Chicago? And the thing I keep coming back to is this. Once we get to pick number 4, if the Arizona Cardinals end up trading back, and they actually came out today, there's actually reports and rumors out there saying that the Cardinals want 3 first-round picks if they do, in fact, trade down. If the Arizona Cardinals trade down from the number 4 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, that means someone is trading up to get a quarterback. Maybe the Minnesota Vikings trade up to pick number 4 to get a guy like JJ McCarthy. Then the next hurdle would be a team like the Los Angeles Chargers. Obviously, they are a huge candidate to pick a wide receiver in the 2024 NFL Draft. Let's say the Chargers decide to trade down for whatever reason and skip out on a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. If Marvin Harrison Jr. gets all the way down to pick like number 6 or 7 in a crazy world, and I've seen crazier things happen in the NFL Draft in past seasons or past drafts before. Crazy things happen all the time in the National Football League. But if Marvin Harrison Jr. ends up dropping to pick 6 or 7 range in the 2024 NFL Draft, my question for you guys on today's episode of Keek on the Mic is, would you take a risk and trade up to get a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr.? I understand this, Bears fans, that the price would be too steep to trade up to number 4 with the Arizona Cardinals in order to get Marvin Harrison Jr. We could look to give away future draft capital, but I don't think Ryan Poles wants to give up 2025 draft capital for one player, especially considering that he could just stay put at number 9 and possibly land Rome Odunze out of Washington, another blue chip prospect in the receiver draft class for the 2024 NFL Draft. But if Marvin Harrison Jr. does drop to 6 or 7 range, so let's say he drops to number 6, currently owned by the New York Giants. If you were in Ryan Poles' shoes, would you be willing to trade up in order to draft wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr.? Once again, I understand it's a pipe dream. This is just a rumor going around. NFL rumors could have no sources whatsoever, but it's just hypothetical. It's just something that I wanted to come on here really quick and talk to you guys about, because I feel like if Marvin Harrison Jr. gets within range at like 6 or 7, and the Bears only have to move up a couple of spots in order to get a guy, a generational talent, and I hate to use that word, but a generational talent like Marvin Harrison Jr., would you make the move a couple spots up in order to pair Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. together, once again, this would be the most explosive offense we have seen on paper for the Chicago Bears since Brandon Marshall, since Matt Forte, since Alshon Jeffrey, since Greg Olsen, right? This would be a very, very intriguing and a very fun Chicago Bears offense to watch. But I understand it's a pipe dream. I understand it's just a rumor. But to me, it's just a true fantasy of mine to have Caleb Williams, Marvin Harris Jr., DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift on one field. Obviously, this would feed families every Sunday. And I do want to bring up another thing on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. Someone actually tweeted, and I actually like this tweet. He said this: if Caleb Williams is who we think he is, and the Bears roster build is where we think it's at, 2024 pick 9 should be the last top 10 pick for the foreseeable future in Chicago. Does that influence what Poles does with that pick? And it's a really good question to ask. Once again, everyone is saying that Caleb Williams is the best thing we've seen since Andrew Luck, a generational talent. We're not going to see another quarterback like Caleb Williams for a long, long time, or that's what at least people are saying, right? This is going to be one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in a long time since Andrew Luck, right? So if Caleb Williams is that generational talent, the guy that can change the Chicago Bears franchise around, a guy that's going to come in and win us a lot of football games. That means we're going to be in the playoffs consistently. That means we will no longer be in the top 10 of future NFL drafts. So that means Ryan Poles has to hit a home run on this number 9 overall pick. Rather he picks at 9, rather he trades down, rather he trades up. This second first round pick for the Chicago Bears has to be right on the money, because the Chicago Bears are no longer going to be within the top 10, especially if Caleb Williams is that guy, that foreseeable franchise quarterback the Chicago Bears has been searching for a long, long time. So this tweet brings me back to my point. If Marvin Harrison Jr. drops to that 6-7 range, which I know it seems unlikely at the moment, but you never know what the Cardinals or the Chargers are going to do. They may possibly trade down. Of course, if the Cardinals and Chargers stay put, he's going to either the Cardinals or the Chargers in the 2024 NFL draft. But in a hypothetical scenario that both of those teams trade down, Marvin Harrison Jr. could very well be there at pick number 6. In that instance, if I am Ryan Poles, and I may sound crazy, and you guys can come at me hard in the comment section, but if I am Ryan Poles, I am going to trade up to number 6 and take, in my personal opinion, the second best player in the 2024 NFL draft and pair him with Caleb Williams, pair him with DJ Moore, pair him with Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, and make a very explosive offense here in Chicago. That is just my personal opinion. Once again, don't take anything I'm saying seriously. These are just rumors going around. It's definitely line season leading up to the 2024 NFL draft. But once again, before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. If Marvin Harrison Jr. drops to number 6 or 7 in the 2024 NFL draft, and you were in Ryan Poles' situation, you were in Ryan Poles' shoes right now, would you trade up to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and pair him with Caleb Williams? To me, this would be one of the best first rounds that we have seen in Chicago Bears history. And I think this would be franchise altering for the Chicago Bears organization. But all in all, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Keek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.